Hi guys, welcome back to our PERIDOT TV. The federal government has decided to finally charge Omoyele Sowore, former presidential aspirant. DSS filed 7 fresh charges against Omoyele Sowore, including treasonable felony, cyber stalking President Muhammadu Buhari. If you're just joining in, kindly take a moment to tap on that subscription button if you have not done so, and also the red notification icon bell below so that you'll be notified whenever new videos are uploaded. Like I said, the political activist and convener of the Revolution Now protest, Omoyele Sowore, has been charged with 7 new counts. They accused him of treason, money laundering, cyber stalking President Muhammadu Buhari. This case was filed at the Abuja division of the Federal High Court, and it comes 24 hours to the expiration of the 45-day period. The court permitted the DSS to hold him. As you know, they wanted to keep him for 90 days, and they said they need to keep Omoyele Sowore so as to build up a case against him. I don't know where this is done except Nigeria. Anyway, some of you might be versed in issues like this. Probably you're a lawyer and you said yes, someone can be detained or abducted like they did and later charged for certain crimes. So they are charging him for all of what I've just mentioned now: treasonable felony. They claim that the Revolution Now theme is to usurp, to oust the president, a democratically elected president, while people also pointed fingers at Buhari and said, you did the same thing. You said you were pushing towards a revolution, and you even pointed finger at a more aggressive revolution, and that is the one that happened in Egypt. And it's quite unfortunate that right now the table is turned and the story has changed. The laws have changed. In fact, that tells you that human beings, no matter how much they appear to be very upright, no matter how some of them appear to be up and doing, no matter how some of them appear to be straight, no matter how much some of them appear to be fighting for the masses, no matter how much some of them appear to be charity workers, no matter how much they show that kindness or that empathy, at the end of the day, when the table turns, they tend to see things differently. Like I said, we do have activists, but they are not revolutionaries. We do have activists back then in Nigeria. Some of them became governors, some of them are dead, some of them are alive. Some kept holding onto the torch. Why? Because they did what they call activism with reflection. They were able to reflect positively. They were able to look into themselves before they themselves turn into a tyrant while fighting for the freedom that they claim, or fighting the oppression. The case has been filed at the division of the Federal High Court, and from what I'm saying now, this case will have to go to court. Now, this young man is supposed to be allowed to go home, then he goes to the court. Normally, is that not how it's supposed to be? Even though he has been charged for all of this, then it has to be proven in the court. Also charged with Sowore in case FHC ABJCR 235-2019 is Olawale Adebayo Bakare, aka Mandate, who was arrested in Osogbo, Osun State. According to the charge, the federal government alleges that the defendant conspired to commit treasonable felony contrary to Section 516 of the Criminal Code Act Cap C38, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and punishable under the same section of the Act, that you, Omoyele Stephen Sowore, male adult of number 1 Musafejo Street, Kiribo, SA Odo, LGA, Ondo State, Olawale Adebayo Bakare, aka Mandate, male adult of Olaiya Aka, Osogbo, LGA, Osun State, and others at large, under the aegis of Coalition for Revolution Corps, sometimes in August 2019 in Abuja, Lagos, and other parts of Nigeria, within the jurisdiction of this honorable court, did conspire amongst yourselves to stage a Revolution Now campaign on 5th day of August 2019, tagged Revolution Now, aimed at removing the president and the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria during his term of office, otherwise known by constitutional means. The government also accuses Sowore of committing cyber stalking. Of course, you know, Sowore leaked certain audios. For example, the audio of the governor of central bank and what they did to the economy and all of the tricks, well, if people felt that Buhari would have acted. Of course, Buhari will only act on certain things. For example, when he realized that that lady that came from the United Kingdom, the Minister of Finance, they claim she falsified documents. She falsified one of her documents. That has to do with the NYC certificate. She falsified the certificate. The Senate leaked this out because they claim, that's a story, that she wasn't agreeing to their terms and conditions. Of course, you know what it is, bribing and corruption. And they brought out this story, and we know what happened. Buhari actually had to get her out there, push her out of the government. Buhari is the same person that does not have O level. He doesn't have it. Yet he was able to use the government taxpayers' money to use the lawyers to fight for this, and they found a way of twisting the law. And they, of course, they've already bribed the judges. If you don't listen to what they want, they get you out of that place with, for one reason or the other. And that is what he did. They already know. And you know, I brought you a story. I said that they already started threatening the judges now, because Atiku is trying to take the case to the Supreme Court. So right now they're asking for financial details of all the Supreme Court judges. That's like a one in a thread. That tells you what the system is right now. It's like Buhari is said to be an upright man, is this and that. These are all fallacy. These are trash. That's not true, because when it comes to their own matter, they see light differently. When it comes to other people, they are quick in judging the people and saying, oh, I think this person is not right, this person is acting this way. And you know, I call it nepotism. Is a case where family members, friends are seen differently, are judged differently. That is what I see right in this government. I see a form of dictatorship, I see nepotism, and I see a kind of lackadaisical attitude from the executive arm of the government. They are not functional. And let the truth be told, I know somehow politics is kind of funny in Nigeria anyway, but then look at the vice president. I'm not kind of clamoring for him, or I'm not even trying to promote him to become president, sorry. But if you look at Osinbajo is smart. He knows what to do. If he's not corrupt, if the pressure is not too much on him, if Osinbajo is the president of Nigeria and Buhari is probably the head of something else, probably old people's home or something like that, that would be better, because Buhari is not functional. Some claim that he's functional, is just some cabal. What do you mean? Why then become a president if you know that there are cabals that will tie your hands down? It means you are not supposed to be there. So let me leave the digression. It's just that the problem in Nigeria is just too, sometimes it's kind of so complex yet simple to actually sort out. So they claim that cyber stalking means the repeated use of electronic communications to harass or frighten someone, for example by sending threatening emails. That's what they said. Now come on, let's look at this and tell ourselves the truth. There was a time they looked for whistleblowers to leak out informations of where certain monies are kept. Now, how then can we point fingers at those people and say it's a crime that they actually leaked? And can we term the whistleblowers as blackmailers? Another count accused them of illegal transfer of funds contrary to Section 15 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 and punishable under the same section of Act. The government alleges that Sowore on April 2nd at Lagos and Abuja transferred by means of Swift wire the sum of $19,975 from United Bank of Africa PLC account number credited by Citibank, New York City, USA into Sahara Reporters Media Foundation's GTB account with the aim of concealing or disguising the illicit origin of the funds. That is what they said. How funny. Someone transferred money from the United States into Sahara Reporters Media Foundation's GTB account. They claim that he's concealing or disguising the illicit origin of the funds. How is this possible? How much is $19,000? If you work abroad, if you live in the United States of America, he does some part lectures and he does his job over there. How then can we say that $19,000 is a huge amount of money? That's about 18,000 euros. That's about 16,500 pounds. What are we talking about? So they claim that he's trying to conceal the origin of the funds. It alleged that he also transferred $16,000 975 from the same UBA account credited to him by Landrum of 7E 146W 29th Street, New York, somewhere in the New York, via Citibank PLC. The aim is to conceal the illicit origin of the funds. The charge, which was endorsed by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, the state was signed by Senior State Counsel Mr. A.M. Alilu. Federal government has already lined up 6 witnesses against the defendants, including bank officials from UBA and GTB. The detained activist and publisher Sowore was the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress (AAC) in the last general election. He has been in custody of the Department of State Service (DSS) since August 2nd, when he was arrested. The court had granted DSS leave to detain him for 45 days to enable the agency to conclude its investigation. The court gave the agency the leave to apply for extension of detention order after September 21. So let us see how this will turn out to be. Do you think Sowore will be allowed to be bailed, will be given bail, so that he goes from home to court to sort of this? Or you think they will not? The DSS had told the court that Sowore got for sponsorship to wage war against the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. It tendered evidence to prove that Sowore held meeting with both the leaders of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu and members of the proscribed Islamic movement of Nigeria (IMN). And this is strange, right? So that is what is happening right now. Let us meet at the comment section. What's your take about this? Let us meet at the comment section. Do you think this government is becoming a tyrant? Nepotism is practiced in the highest scale that you can imagine, and soon things will become worse. This is the same president that protested back in those days, and yet no one can protest against him. It feels that right now people are trying to push him out of the seat. Let us meet at the comment section below, and while you're at that, may I remind you to kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red notification icon bell below. It's very important. Tap on it so that you will be notified whenever new videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.